Ah! Yeah, I turned off the intro music because it's also slightly distracting. Hello everybody. Oh, okay. It turns out the VTube studio is just not working. Something apparently is like odd with my mouth. Maybe it's just like okay, yeah, the chat box is not showing up because I did not actually configure it because I have been playing Team Fortress 2 for like the last few minutes. Am I good though? But I'm not so sure. Give me a second. I will just fix this real quick. So, what's it called already? Hi everybody. It is now counting the time 3:04 p.m. Hello everybody. Hello. Oh god, I just sound like my friend already. Give me a second. I think everyone can hear me, right? Okay, there you go. Hi everybody. Turns up I had to stare into the webcam like all the time, and it's kind of spooky. Not spooky. It's just like I want to look down and open my mouth, but you can clearly see it's not doing that because it's not focused. And if I put the camera a little down, I think my eyes will just start closing down. I really gotta start getting an iPhone in the future. Not a crowdfunding. I'm gonna work for the iPhone. Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. I'm now sitting in the dark room, and I am ready to write. And today, the Wheel of Fate returns. So basically, what is the Wheel of Fate? The Wheel of Fate is an experiment back then in writing that I did, so that I could provide a spice of life. How do you say it already, right? I can provide a I provide a little variety to my writing streams because, as you guys know, I usually attend to stuff like my own lore. I get that the lore is fun for me to do, right? However, what happens when I write the lore in my mind is that it becomes incomprehensible. So I'm just gonna say that out loud. It's like personally, I can understand it. It's like reading someone's university or school notes. They write it in their own style. And while good morning, Dylus, the stream only just loaded for me. Hey, Project. Hey, but Bean. Sorry, I didn't call you guys out just now. But yes, yeah. Let me just go back. Basically, the concept of my stories basically is that while I write them and they make sense to me, it's like looking at someone else's school notes. So basically, if you look at someone else's school notes, you'll notice that their school notes are only optimized for them and not for you. Basically, you'll be reading it and you'll be like, where the heck am I? And the Wheel of Fate is to avert this problem of, you know, staring at my lore and wondering what the heck is going through this person's mind. Because while I may talk about my lore, or at least like the plot of a story I'm going with, it may not make a lot of sense. Actually, it may not be legible at all. It may not make it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It may not be legible. The title is still about Monster Hunter, by the way. Oh, fucking hell, really? Okay, this is really big apologies. What happened? Oh, I didn't wait for the thing. Okay, I see. Cool. I did not know this was a thing. All right, sorry everybody. It looks like I'm still playing Monster Hunter. You know what? Let's play Monster Hunter. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Oh, I can hear myself. No, that's embarrassing. Okay, give me a second. I will just I don't really know what happened. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Writing. Sorry, I'll just tweak this a little bit and then basically return of the. So, okay, so what this has to do with the Wheel of Fate today? Well, YouTube is sabotaging the stream. Yeah, it doesn't do that. I think it's just Streamlabs, because when I do Streamlabs, right, it gets a bit wonky, and what actually happens is that I think it registers the what's it called? It registers the stream that happened before, and then after that, it messes it up. So basically, what you're seeing now is the Streamlabs not loading in the new writing stream properly, and then I just went ahead and you know what? It's time to go and stream, and then immediately it just does not want to work. So basically, okay, let's just ignore the title and the description. I'll try and fix that up later when it goes up as a VOD. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Wheel of Fate. So I host, as some of you know, or have been following me from like a bit earlier on, I have been writing stories, and to pass the time, I have written around. I don't remember exactly how many Wheel of Fates I have done. I will need to look at my list here. There is quite a few actually. To a lot of people here. You may be new to the stream. Let me just see here, right? If I look at my Twitter and I look at my Google Drive. Also, if you guys want to read my stories, I actually have a Google Drive for this. But yeah, I don't really bring it up because I'm not sure who reads. But if you want to read, go ahead. There is All right, so there is the Wheel of Fate. There is one. I think the one was a horror story, and then after that, I wrote a story about what kind of science fiction. I don't really know. Fantasy, urban fantasy. I wrote horror, and then what else did I write? Oh, there's only 2 stories I've actually written. Okay, the rest are all literally just lore stuff that I actually worked on. So if you're keen to check that out, look at my pinned tweets on Twitter, and you can kind of check it out. Check out my writing. So basically, we're not gonna delay anymore. We're just gonna go straight to the wheel. Okay, so give me a second. I'll just run the ambient music. So today's ambient music will just be through the normal. So it'll be starting off with Kaiso known first because I like this. Okay, there you go. All right, so I hope you guys are doing fine. I've also turned on the chat box because I can just kind of look at the Streamlabs and it won't be too much of a problem. Also, the music just stopped. And basically, as everyone has seen my Twitter post, I made a public Twitter post like the beginning of the week to ask everybody like what kind of stories that you guys want me to see, and I had 4 people respond to me. So I'd like to go in here and like to point out who has done what. So let me just see here. We have 4 suggestions. Wasabi, you're in there as well. So yes, I see mine. Yes, exactly. So everyone. So Cornelius Lau, someone who visited over while I was collabing with Haniro. He suggested a lab report, which I probably, if it would land on lab report, I'll probably try and do something based on SCP, like a story within a lab report. Because as far as I remember, I don't really remember how to I don't really remember my chemistry, my physics, and all that. Basically, why I brought that up is because I do have experience writing lab reports. It's just that I don't actually remember because the kind of experiments that I ended up doing in universities is, well, not experiments at all. They're just studies. So, let me see what else. All right. So, Wasabi, cosmic romance. You know what? Cosmic romance could come up as a very interesting topic. So, let me just see. I think I need to actually. Love exists everywhere and all things that appear in good. So I think you can just tag it along at cosmic love if that's what you're going for. If you want to explain the idea a bit more, if it lands on yours, go ahead. Feel free because I may not know some of these terms pretty well, and also the chatting music is like really still playing. So what else? Okay, so Signet, as usual, he's my friend of mine, and I met him before, and I usually hang around with him. Signet suggested ducks. No, that's about right. Yeah, love exists everywhere. Yeah, you know what? Let's just put it as a cosmic love. Yeah, that should be fine. And Signet, ducks, because his name is Signet, and that's a baby duck. So what is a lab report? Basically, a lab report. I don't really know. What is it already? A lab report is basically what you see when you ducks is a spicy genre. Yeah, I can literally. The thing is, I thought I would be in trouble when Signet approached this, but you know what? I kind of looked at it and realized I could write literally anything about ducks. It doesn't have to be about the actual animal. It could just be the action of ducking. It could just be a duck placed as a metaphor. I don't even know. So you know what? Can do anything about it. And yeah, that's what I'm putting in for the ducks category. So it's basically very free form. So what is it already? I'm just gonna look up cosmic love in the meantime. The last one might be something I have done before, on my own free time, existential horror. This was suggested by someone by the name of Hitori N5 who follows me. And you know what? Hitori N5 could be could be interesting, but existentialist wise, I don't really know. And how do I do existential horror? I live existential horror. How do I say? Every day I wake up, it's just pain pecco. Pain pecco in itself is like existential horror already. Okay, so enough. That's basically the explanations what I have for the stream today. So, you know what? We're just gonna go straight into the stream, and you know what? Let's just do the wheel right now. Oh, cool. We've ended up on existential horror. Cool. Well, this is gonna be awkward. I'm sorry, I'm sorry that yours didn't win, Wasabi. It's just the wheel. The wheel has decided I need to do existential horror. And you know what? I don't really know. There is no sound for that wheel. I don't really know why. Theme existential horror. Alright, so what is existential horror? Let us look up that term. So for those of you who are like, I think most of you here, like the guys that are here are new to my writing stream, or at least this kind of writing stream. So what I'm going to say, what I'm going to explain a little bit about the Reel of Fate is that usually when the subject is picked, I usually set myself up for at least 20 minutes, like 10 minutes of prep time, and then after that I'll be writing for about an hour, and whether or not I complete it is a different story. If I complete it, that's brownie marks for everybody, I guess. I don't know. It's alright. Reflecting on Amiga existence, how little the matter to the universe is great. That's literally cosmic horror. I don't even know if it's existential horror. What is it actually? The dread and terror, the circumstances of their existence. Ah, okay. So yeah, you know what? Cosmic horror is also the same thing. So Lovecraft fits right into the category, so we can just do something like the thing. You know what? That's amazing. Thank you so much. Relief as we dream alone. And let me see here. Okay, so that's basically existential horror for today. And we can literally do everything. What's it called? Let me just see here. I'm just reading stuff right now. And I'm just reading up. Yeah, basically it can just be a complete mind destruction. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty harsh. So existential horror. Let us look at my phone right now. Let me see here. Okay, so I'm gonna get 10 minutes on my phone right now. I will stop at 3:26. The brainstorming will stop, and you guys are free to suggest any ideas you want to have for existential horror. It can literally be anything, but I personally want to what's it called? I don't know how you say. I don't really want to do something like a war story, because war story is a very easy existential horror. But even now that I look at this page, which is Taste of Cinemas, 15 great horrors that tap into existential fear, Alien is also like existential horror, so that's very interesting. So I'm also drinking from like a new mug that I recently received for an event that happened, and it's clear glass, and I have to say this bottle looks amazing. So yes, I am drinking from a new mug. I have peppermint tea in the corner. I hope you guys are doing okay. In KL, it recently just rained, and it's feeling somewhat cold outside, and I was... Sorry, I need to ascend to this. Okay, there you go. I hope no one saw that. So basically, existential horror. What do I want to write? So, let us ponder a little bit, because we have around 8 minutes left. We can start very easily, and you know what? Existential horror doesn't need to come breakneck speed. So, you know what? I think what I can do is tap into like my strengths. Let's just start right off the bat. Foundations. The foundation. Ooh, my stomach is like exploding. Holy shit. Okay, so let's start off with the foundation. So the foundation, science fiction. Let us start off with science fiction. This is something I'm familiar with, but I've never really explored the facets of science fiction through, you know, a more. Okay, this one you can see. Science exploding stomachs is existential. Yeah, it's like the fear of your body exploding. That could easily be a thing. It's like in a place where you don't have medical treatment. That actually could be cool existential horror. It's like you don't trust your body enough. Oh. Okay. And yeah. You know what? Okay, let's start off again. Science fiction. We got 7 minutes left, and what I have in my head that immediately popped up is the idea of humanity in space. So let's put it down. Planetary exploration of a hostile exoplanet. So an exoplanet. Let me just see up in a separate tab. I had to separate all the tabs for research because it might be a little bit difficult, I guess. I don't really know. Habitable. So I see potentially. So let's see here. There's a lot of planets. Give me a second. I will just see here what is going on. So, I'm just going to choose a random habitable exoplanet from Wikipedia. So let's start with Kepler 296e. Kepler 296e. So I'm not really constrained by anything done astrologically. That's a different thing altogether. I meant to say astronomically. So here it is, the exoplanet, hostile exoplanet. It's habitable, but it's ravaged by storms and whatnot, and then some very strange things. You know, exoplanet is buffeted by strong storms, hazardous dangerous wildlife, and what's it? Adverse weather. Mysteriously, what's it? Strong storms, dangerous wildlife, and I don't know how you say it. Like, do you want to suggest? You guys want to suggest anything? Because this is like my basic foundations. You can suggest anything into the existential horror and strange area-based phenomena. So what I'm gonna inject here, is going to be something based off stomachs. Yeah, you know what? The stomachs could be quite interesting. Thing is, the stomachs. Yeah, I think the stomach. I think you can. Okay, you know what? Constant phrase is churning in the stomach. All right, so we're gonna. Okay, Wasabi has a good idea, and I'm gonna turn it into a churning in the stomach. So, newly discovered exoplanet. Newly explored planet shows signs of habitation by unknown species. So the wildlife is not gonna be the main problem here. Unknown sentient species. So now here is the part where I really want to stop putting in the existential horror theme, because Poacher, you're still here, right? You have anything to suggest as well? This might be somewhat interesting to explore, because what I have in my mind is, get to the point. The planet has ruins that are shaped mysteriously like 21st century buildings basically on Earth. Ruins wreckages are overgrown but somehow intact, left intact, and what is it? Ruins, wreckages, and technology overgrown, but somehow left intact. Except for those affected by unnatural phenomena. So I'm gonna take a few cues from Stalker. Stalker has other ramen shops. Basically, yeah, okay. You know what? One point of interest in the story. The story is a location that is suspiciously similar to a modern day ramen shop. Yes. Okay, so this is actually quite interesting because I can use this idea to really give that sense of unease. Now, why would a hostile exoplanet have why would an exoplanet have access to a why would they have an actual ramen shop, a human ramen shop? So the gist of it is that humans land on the planet. Humans find human ruins, but there are no humans anywhere. The greystones are gone. There's no humans around. So that could be quite interesting. So, yeah. So the Kepler 296 is most Oslan. So yes, basically all of the modern, everyone loves ramen. Food is all decayed. Food is all decayed. But anything is it natural food was it natural food is long decayed, but was it synthetic? I think long lasting products have not deteriorated. So a twist will be that the carbon dating of all human-like structures will be what's the limit? Pickling is timeless. It's like, actually, yeah, you know what? The idea of pickling is actually quite interesting. So, acid solution. So it could make sense. It's like treating it to be artificial and synthetic. Bear Grylls special made tea drinking. No, we're not doing piss drinking. Hello, Dika. So existential horror. So I'm not really sure. This could be interesting because I want to see what. So the point is, there'll be human buildings everywhere, in ruins, overgrown, hostile alien wildlife. Maybe some that looks familiar, but literally nothing else is touched. There are no humans around. Has long decayed, but syntaxes have not deteriorated. Twist would be the comments. Okay, so timer has stopped. Will be okay. So the twist will be that. So the existential horror of this bit, I believe, will be just be, you know, the idea of finding out there are humans out there, but they just mysteriously disappeared on carbon dating. How do you do carbon dating? Most samples must be young. Radiocarbon datings. Is it the runes can't be okay? Let's just see this here, right? The runes, is that all of the structures, materials cannot be carbon dated, hinting of its ageless nature. So there you go. That's it. Let's just work on this, and then after this, is protagonist inside a simulation. Come on, that's that. And this is not the Matrix. I mean, technically, you can consider it a Matrix solution, but I think we're just gonna. You know what? Let's just not. Yanni just popped up on my screen and literally just says we are not the same. Why? I literally have this meme in like another tab. What the hell? So basically, let me just really quick switch this up. There's hair in my face. Ow. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be very soft and quiet. So this could be a very interesting story. So I'll give myself 1 hour to begin. So before that, we're going to switch to an eerie music. Okay, there we go. Subtle hit on civilization. Yeah, basically, not too similar to Earth, It's I guess I guess I can go with like a there are no Michelin star restaurants. Everyone's gone. Like no did. Not did. That's gone. So let me see. Discovery. Uh let's Explorer in what is it? Let me just find out. Okay, let's just start with the first term of Porsche. Okay, so let me see here. Porsche 1. We are exiting airlock of habitation station. Was it the airlock of the habitation module? Stand by to. Okay, so I don't really know. It turns out this is a different race at the same level as intelligence as a modern human. Actually, you know what? Perfect idea. Let's you don't know, okay, like you don't know really what built them, but it comes to a point where it becomes very similar to human design, so it's scary in that term. Command re-engage engage locks, pressurize locks, exit over. Madeline drew a deep breath in as far as her eyes could see. Augmented vision could see Kepler one's atmosphere. I'm sure if we ever find aliens that have pickles. So I like the idea is that they've reached they reached like our point and then they just mysteriously disappeared. Maybe not even. As his eyes could see. Her footfalls was slow, faulty, and restricted in the protective. What is it called already? Spacesuit? Spacesuit. Vacuum temperature. So basically, let me just see here. Pressure suits. You see, space suits. I think we just go with pressure suits. Might be. And in a Unity pressure suit. That prevented her from feeling calm. I don't really know how to describe this part. I'm just gonna go. It's an hour in, so we're gonna see how far we can go with the story. That blocked part of the. In a UP pressure suit, that was wrapping around her body too tightly, tighter than usual. For some inane having name tags on them, even if it was in a place in an inconvenient location. I don't really know. It was better than scrambling around the module to find perfect as of movement. Madeline's movement did not made it made it clear to the camera, to the security cameras of the place watching her exploration crew. Is it a sexy pressure suit? No. This is gonna be practical. Basically, it's just tight. You know, it's not meant to be. Then they needed to rectify this issue upon their return, if they returned. Right now, it was causing her stomach to churn even more. I'm just gonna use my imagination. you are a hentai. You are a hentai. My God. Then again, I did not leave it. They needed. Wait, no. They needed to rectify this as soon as possible. Right now, her belly, her stomach felt like was churning up. Not really churning up. Phrase drop hentai. Yes, you are hentai. Yes. Right now, her stomach was only comfortable when she was moving. Upon stopping, the tightness returned to discomfort even more. Despite this, it did not dissuade her from staring out into the distance to the horizon of the alien of Kepler 296e. Like, it seems like she needs to pickle the munch on a hen with a tie. Are you a hen with a tie? I don't know. So Dika, how are you? How are you doing, Dika? I'm just writing a very chill story. I'll probably go back to the law story when I can, but I think the Wheel of Fate would just help us. It's fully the exoplanet her suit's communication. Her suit's inner speakers crackled. Was it not crackle? Responded. Crackled. Standing by to re-engage locks. Hope has some general breezy Taking a break. Will you add a second genre mid through the story? No, actually. I think basically the Wheel of Fate would be interesting. I guess I can implement some of the ideas, but basically the Wheel of Fate is just, a one-off thing. Basically, I mean, using one of the topics, because if we add too many things from the list, it'd just be like we're including everything. Yeah, okay, yeah, Dika, I saw you taking a break. Okay. I hope you're doing fine at work or wherever you are, university or whatever. And thank you for stopping by to see me and see me right, because I think the Wheel of Fate is something I really pack some extra. Oh, why does my dog wants to? Okay, sorry, I put my dog on my lap. He's here now. Dog, are you gonna help me ride? Hummus, hummus team, H team. This solar cycle. H team ran into some nasty predators out there. Couldn't even reach checkpoint 2 without having to fall back to the mall, to a base camp. HT stands for Hermes, nothing else. And basically, I guess Hermes can be just summed up as, how the god of messengers. So basically, it's all themed about characters that move fast enough. Okay, my dog is on the bed now. He's right. It's got the munitions backpack. Our pulse weapons. Our pulse weapons should be good enough to scare them. Don't let them bite. I don't really know. My dialogue, I think Dika did point out the last time I was doing my writing, my dialogue was just a bit cheesy. HQ. Not kill. Can't be killing. Can't be killing. The biologists and their need to study capless wildlife. I mean, don't they know these things, that this place fauna is? Dude, you're still hung up about that? Why not kill? No, actually I'm not hung up about that. It's just like, it's in my head. Hung up means like I am... Why not kill? Because basically, you don't really want to scare all. You really don't want to end up killing the native fauna unless they really get out to kill you. Haven't they examined the one cadaver? Was it brought back? That thing took a bite. Hung. But we're humans. Killing native fauna is kind of our thing. Basically, these are explorers. You don't want to kill them. At least like this one. It took. Had to be driven back on what's it called? The all terrain? What are you, British? Kid, no, I'm not British. No, don't insult people. Come on, man. I know you're not insulting. Alt on terrain, unmanned. Uh, the OAT, ATD. The unmanned all terrain drone. Have nightmares about its teeth. it's like bringing back the Half-Life code. Like I still have nightmares about it. Oh shit! 45 minutes. All on unmanned all-terrain drone. Yes, basically. I think that would be good. Oh wait no, the drone already means it's already is UATD the. Oh wait no, drone already means it's unmanned. Okay, sorry. I think the ATD would just be ATD would be cute. ATD would be just cool. No, I think the ATD would just be like a normal. I think six-wheel drone, six-wheel or tank track drone, or just a leg drone. Not spooked. You won't. Ease off a little. No, wait, sorry. This planet. I'm not really sure. Mutants. I don't really know at the time. Sit. We can scare them off. George. I don't know. What's it called? The UED. What's it called? UEP. Was Jose was a technician. The suit speakers. That conversation brought her outside of the module. Her eyes now still wistfully engaged with the horizon of Kepler's environment. The exoplanet had been long selected for an exploratory mission. I don't really know. As far as she could see, the exoplanets had huge looming mountain ranges that were, I don't know how you say it, pinpricked. They were pinpricked with what seemed to be coniferous trees, almost similar to the flora to temperate flora found back on Earth. Huge looming mountain range. The sun then. She wondered why the place hadn't been given a more distinct name given its importance. Orbiter was lazily floated in the sky, casting shadows from the trees that surrounded base camp. I don't really know exactly how to visualize this. It's like I have the idea, but it could be a little bit odd. So let me just see here. Kepler 296e. So let me see. Kepler object Koi. Exoplanet orbiting habitable zone of Kepler 296. Kepler 296 has a secondary main sequence star. It's the red dwarf. Okay, so there are two sun. The two stars. The air. Although her suit filtered out much of the incompatible air outside. Was it air of the planet? She could still smell the faint trace of iron and magnesium. Wait, is it iron? I don't really know. What could you guys suggest? Like that was some in the sky. In woodlands, they landed on the faint trace of rainy. I don't know. Felt the faint trace of iron. I guess it certainly was different from the air she had smelled all those sleep cycles ago on Mars, but nothing that could overpower her or the rest of Forcer team. Behind her, she looked up and noticed something falling down on her precious suit. Kind of floral. I don't know how you say it. The blood is made of iron. Maybe the blood on the planet is made of kimchi. Something akin to burnt metal. For sure. Okay, there you go. A kind of floral discharge that the biology team had announced was harmless to them or their suits. Even then, it was still something that wistfully caught. She opened the palm and watched as the small traces discharge landed on her open glove. S. Okay, so let's see here. Gas mask. I wonder the mask probably is if they fight there. I don't know. I think I could put it as. I don't really know whether to bring up Mars. Mars rover is just completely something unique, I guess. Mhm. All right, there we go. Huh, that's somewhat interestingly. It's Epsilon Eridani. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. And my dog is just hanging around there. Wait, not only I don't think Mars is a point of this star. Yeah, basically Mars is just like the starting point. Madam. As she tried to pick out one of the growing a piece of growing mound on her palm in her palm. George her the rest of for sure. Oh no, the dog's just rolling on the bed now. It's so cute. Just rolling around on the bed. Also fortune. I'm sorry if today is like a bit slow because I'm not really sure what to write. This is something I could continue, but I think the hour is just to kind of assume what I can write. Step off model and onto the floor of the woodland. The forest. What's her name? It's a him. It's Morris, and he's just kind of in the room, just hanging around. He's very playful, and he was on my lap just now, so he's having fun, just sitting there. I don't ignore my crocodile in my head because I know he'll be angry. I mean, like, you want to get this guy angry? Nah, this guy knows I have a dog. He doesn't mind. Let's keep him there. George and C. George's and C's helmets dotted around the environment, scanning the dark alcoves above and any actual hiding spots for Kepler's predatory fauna. Let's not put any hostile, because animals are not inherently hostile. The pulse rifle went to race, but upon looking back, is there any but that's already. Though Madeline knew it only took a single suspicious sound to get them immediately snapped to attention. I don't know who will be eaten first. There won't be anyone eaten. Following them was their own technician on equipment. Valdez, who carefully stepped out of the module, only to nearly trip on his own feet. It was lucky. He was lucky. He caught him before he cracked. He cracked his precious, his faceplate. My good man. Not to have. Yes. Ready? Valdez. Ah. Any funny. He chuckled, patting him on the shoulder. You'll get used. Hello, Dylus. Hey, Shark. Welcome to the stream. We're doing a existential horror story, but we're not there. Try not to trip. We're in for the long haul today. Without the this is existential horror, so it's not gonna be like overt horror. Okay. So I'm just gonna do something real quick. UDT. So no taxing. Was it called taxing? So basically, I have a plot point already. What is taxing? Taxiing. Taxing. Ah, okay. So no taxing. Madeline turned around. Washing off. Dropping the gathered flora onto the floor. On the ground. Like import tax. No, it's like basically the act of taking a taxi. So the ATD can also take people for taxi, you know, just to get them an easier ride. About 5 months. Picking. Don't stop being petty now. C and Valdez nodded, making their way forward as they watched the door of the habitation model close with a hissing noise. The heavy door, and the door, listen, heavy titanium door are closed. Great. Proceed. What's your favorite horror story? My favorite horror story so far is I guess we can kind of throw in movies as well. I still think The Thing is pretty good as a horror story. It'll be good, but if you want to know a current horror story that I'm reading, I think 1984 would be pretty good. I don't actually have any specific horror stories, so it's also a bit odd. I'm a mercenary who gets scared. Also, don't mind Wally when he does that. He's a bit odd. I'm gonna put him back in the cap now. So yes, I don't really read. So we swing inwards. The door shut and let out some visible air. Command contacted. Alright, well, what's your fave creepypasta? Godzilla NES. That thing is like scary as hell. Cause that actually is Godzilla NES was actually quite creepy. Not gonna lie, I really didn't like it. Especially when it got all sentimental about everything. Not sentimental, just like generally quite scary, so yes. Ooh. Alright, so okay, let me see. I need to check that out. Yeah, it is generally quite scary. Like, it's not made for laugh, it's an actual horror story. Commands. Voice return to her then. Hatch is sealed. To all for sure. Your air supply will last about 5 hours. Reach checkpoint for and investigate those runes that our satellite picked up in orbit. I want to confirm the aerial drone imagery that we took to make sure we weren't getting incorrect visuals. Ah yes, the mission. Nani? Yeah, basically. Conference. Kepler was important not only as a potentially habitable planet, but because of a singular oddity that came into the UAP's knowledge just 3 years ago from Sharon class exploratory vehicle. I don't know how to spell this. Oh, okay, so I'll be right back. Sorry, the dog wants to leave the room for a little bit, so I will be right back. Give me a second. I'll just close it for a bit. Morris wants to leave the room. Sorry. Where am I? Okay, there it is. Okay, give me a second. What dog doing? Shark, you always are great. The dog's just hanging around. He just wanted to leave the room. Okay, we got 22 minutes. So on 22 minutes, we'll review what happens, and then after that. Cheers. A multitude of oddities. Phenomena like unexplained radiation storms, as well as geothermal air what was it called? Geothermal air spikes? Geothermal geothermal activity and presence of an existing ecosystem, or part the norm for uh for exoplanets like 293 296. What was the most intriguing, especially after decades of look after decades of human civil branching out into the stars, was the presence of ruins that Joe Mama Joe Mama Joe Judge. I don't know, man. What am I doing? What am I doing in my life? What the dog doing? Joe. The BGM is ish music for the stream. Yeah, it's really some of ruins that seem unusually of alien ruins on not just on 296's surface. Madeline only caught whispers of what these ruins really were when she was first inducted into the mission, into the awfully fearful whispers. This impossibility, it's a strange proof that alien life, sentient, intelligent alien life, did exist in a lonely universe, seemingly lonely universe. At the same time, there was the bizarre imagery of not just one set of ruins on the on 296's surface, but many scattered across planet. Intelligence. The terrible truth that we weren't alone. We could have been. Could be. What was it called? We could. That's something. Someone was watching us from beyond our human space. Whispers that only seem to cause strife rather than unite the higher ups. Hope of contacting, of learning our galaxy's history. At the same time, there was not. Architecture that was. They could have kimchi just like this, yeah, basically. Beholden. What is beholden? I use words sometimes where like I don't actually know what's going on. No. That was analyzed through the Sharon's cameras. That the ruins were oddly organized. Alien life to Madeline was should be radically different from humanity. There should be hive minds where humanity had individuals. Diamonds for human flesh, for human skin. Yet the design of 296's runes seem too but is it melted diamonds? Melted diamonds. How yabai? I wonder if they have yabai materials just like us. I don't know. 3 hearts for our singular heart. Many other features that would set them apart from us. Yeah, the ruins of this planet mankind's evolution. To be a contrived coincidence. If it wasn't some hoax. The UEP was engulfed in petty debates. Outside of exploring the colonizing worlds. Surely someone up there made a mistake. No? Even when Command told her there that something of this sort was the odd findings were indeed legitimate. She could not shake off her was it dismay? Nerd. Hello, Pasel. Welcome to the stream. We're doing existential horror now. A disagreement. There had to be something strange. Truly alien amongst the ruins. Too familiar organized. Where's Akate? Akate should be busy. Maybe they have VTubers like this. Her mind was stuck like this. Was stuck in this train of thought for the next 2 hours. A long, arduous trek through 296's alien landscape. Through unfamiliar, through expectedly alien watching over. Yes, Akate is always here. Even when you don't mention him, he is here. He is faithful. So I'm just going. Alien conditions still could not shake her. She could not shake her mind free of her doubts. The journey itself, she processed, but after that, it returned to being unimportant to that driving question in her. Martin, is it Martin? No, wait, it was George. George had to shake her out of stupor several times, and she had to be. Hello, what's up, Beans? You guys are getting along. Yay. So, Pascal, what you up to? I'm sorry, I'm very busy. I'm just writing a story. We have about how many more? Oh, 9 minutes left. Oh shit. The frustrated argument that was launched by Valdez in light of her airheaded self today did manage to throw her off this question. Almost a self-centered mindset. This solace. It had cost her group several pulse, an essential Pulse magazine. She did not notice. Was it what's it called? A rock. Following the signs of a rock stalker trailing the group after entering a vast canyon. An asset that home, that HQ only justified and only wanted to be used in the most dire of situations. And was still could was still. It did cause. She was faltering, confused and afraid by the answer that came by the myriad of answers presented to that question. And when they got to the ruins of the ruins just a few miles more, Madeline had to sit down. All of them had to sit down. Many pictures. Many photographs were captured for analysis. Carbon dating of Valdez and Madeline. But it could not encompass strange atmosphere that the ruins emitted from just sight alone. It's phasmophobia now. It took C speaking up in a strange stutter that all of them were shaken out of it. It can't. Madeline said, shaking her head. Her head. Her stomach was churning now. Even harder than the last encounter with the rock stalker. So basically I'm jumping through hoops to try and finish up the story, or like not finish up the story. It's just basically you know, just try and get to the point, because otherwise I won't, the story won't be done, and I don't think it will be done, but it's already 1,000 words, so I'm quite happy really. Selfies or Jack-O pose? No, not Jack-O pose. It's just basically like photograph. Finding exactly human architecture. Everything made is random. We are random. It can't just be human runes on 296, just like this. There has to be something unmeaningless. Doc, I know human when I see human. C said. He was the first to stand up, immediately raising his pulse rifle. Was it, who else was it already? There was another person. There was Valdez. There was who else already? Georges and C. Herman followed suit, still scanning the empty street ahead of them with their 3D, with a three-dimensional long-range scanner. 3D. He walked over to an overgrown object. The general shape of it didn't really give away its identity. Didn't give away its identity to Madeline at first, who most likely was still taken aback by oh no, it's 4:30. No, I'm not done yet. Fuck. Oh boy. Well, that's it for today. That's it, time is up. You're suggesting. Wait, why am I suggesting now? I was scared even more by the small nest of strange flutter birds. Is it flutter raptors? What is it? That immediately fled sees shadow. See when he did sweep away the foliage and the net and gently transferred the nest to the ground, Madeline stomach curled even more. Let's finish this off. Valdez stood, rushed over, helping see. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of overtime for our masterpiece to take more time. Unveil more of the foliage. No, basically, Akate, this is a challenge. Basically, if I can finish the story in 1 hour, that should be good. Unveil more of the object until it was revealed to clearly be a vehicle. Rusting yet somehow pristine vehicle. Not just any vehicle too. It was is it a proton? It could be a proton. It was too It was similar. The one she saw driving around Martian highways. Explicably than anything she around ecosystem. The whole runes were this as well. It only got I know I'm cheating, but you know what? Frick it. I'm just gonna finish it. Only got worse when Valdez stepped away from the rusting vehicle. I'm cheating, but you know what? Let's just finish this off as soon as possible. Okay. Hands on the top of pressures. So it's a car. Not unmanned. Not a the number plate, the build, the shape. Okay, there you go. That's it. It was made. Now the greatest question. Where was Nah, I think we just leave it. Okay, there you go. We can end it here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we're done with this, and I guess we can put it back to the chatting filter music. Okay, here we go. Existential horror. Bye, Dylus. Not yet. I'm gonna take a look. But if you have to go, there are definitely hard drives. Why not? TR for the stream. We're gonna call it Wheel of Fate. 296. 296. So basically, as you can see here, we have done until what's it called? We have done around almost 2,000 words today, and Wheel of Fate 296. Yeah, bye. I'm just gonna call this 296. I think it's just more poignant if you just keep the title short. So basically, I didn't really get to the main idea, but basically, as you can see here, I managed to condense the idea. So basically the idea 269. No, we're not doing 269. 269 means there's just hentai everywhere. I didn't get to the ramen shop idea as Wasabi brought up, because that would actually be the strongest contender. But as you can see here, I think I kind of managed to condense the idea of existential horror by uh somehow intact vehicle. So basically the idea is like, yeah, as you can see here, the idea of the existential horror kicks in. It was similar to the one she saw driving around the Martian highways in her years ago. So basically, if the human runes here are, oh, not human, maybe something similar to humans. The question will never be answered whether it's human or not, because Dika did point out something cool, which is, yeah, it's not human. It doesn't seem like human. There is no straight answer. It's just that the runes on this planet is just so inexplicably human that it breaks the mind of the group leader. And as you can see here, it's like mathematically impossible because basically, as you can see here, the chances of us finding like an exact human civilization is impossible, and the fact that it's all ruined, abandoned at the almost same state as current humanity, or at least like behind current humanity, implies that something happened to them, but not sure. And if I were to have more time, I'll probably continue into the ramen shop idea, and then really give the idea that something happened here. Something happened here, and it's very unsettling. There's natural phenomena that happens, which is normal. And what else could... and then it's just incredibly scary. Because you don't know what happened to these people. There is no one there. There is literally no proof what happened. There is no bodies. There's no overgrown. Everything's overgrown and everything resembles human, but there's no history there. And it gives this implication that something followed the same route as humanity and disappeared, or there's something out there that is that is influencing creation. It's something existential for you to think about, and I think this is something I like working on. It's not war related, although there is self-defense weapons. And basically, yeah, I think this is a cool idea to work on. This was fun, Let's maybe suppose more genres in the future. Absolutely, yes. So if I do more Wheel of Fates, maybe they have supermodels in that planet as well. Basically, yeah, the idea is that the culture, from the things they've seen there, it's almost all human. It's just not exactly human. The ecosystem proves that, but it's just very strange that something could follow humanity's evolution to a T and then just suddenly disappear. And it just makes humanity's fate even more scary, and it causes a lot of grief. Maybe I'll just set in the crazy horror. And yeah, that's interesting. I also brought up your stomach churning idea, so in case I work on this story again, we can take a look at that idea and expand on it. And yeah, pretty much. Thank you. I gotta shout out to the person that suggested this. This person is... What is this person's name, right? This person is... Hold on, This person is, let me see, Hitori Enfi, who suggested the existential horror. So special shout out to you. Go look them up on Twitter. I'll see whether I can post the link up. And as always, yeah, this is pretty much it. So for future streams, I'll talk about future streams like maybe later on, because I do want to say that I'm kind of burnt out by the campaign streams, because some people may not get the context of all the stuff that I'm dealing with, so it could be a little difficult working with them. So I might take a break next week to focus on just party game, multiplayer games, just something chill, as well as reading Ender's Game. Then maybe the week after that I can restart a campaign stream. I mean, it's not too bad. It's just that I feel like the campaign streams are fun. It's also a bit confusing because you have to rewatch my VODs and whatnot. I was just fun. I got to do. Thank you, Dika, for coming over. Again, I didn't mean anything. I hope I didn't mean anything by that comment. I just wanted to point out that your thoughts are like, well, something I have in my mind. So yes. See you next time. Thank you. What is campaign stream? Basically, you see me playing stuff like Ace Combat Zero or Monster Hunter stories, and I usually follow the narrative. That's a campaign stream, so that I'll be playing like the same game repeatedly in a story-like fashion. And I figured it might not work because if you're new to the stream, I can catch you up on the story, but most of it will have to be caught up through the what's it called through the VODs, and I feel like it'll put unnecessary stress on everybody, even if you're a frequent viewer, so you have to struggle what happened. So I'll probably try and figure out a way around that, but at the best time, maybe I'll just take a small break from it and just focus on 3 streams a week. That should be fine. It won't really affect me. It's just that I'm trying to figure out how to do certain things. Like the poll was an interesting new experiment this week, and asking everyone to contribute writings ideas for the Wheel of Fate is just incredibly fun. And definitely, I want everyone to participate more in this. I would like everybody to participate more. Whatever you say, I can just kind of have fun with it. It's good on both ends because you guys can what's it called? I don't know how you say. I just hope that you guys can just enjoy. Not only just watch me play, just in general, just participate in whatever shenanigans I can do. So like Modern Warfare next week, I'll try and see if I can get a poll up. But other than that, yeah, nothing else. And with that, thank you all for coming to my writing stream. I'll post the link up to 296 on I'll post a link up on 296 and on Twitter, and then I'll shout out to Hitori and Fight, and then yeah, nothing else. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I'll try and get my schedule out as soon as possible. So with that, I thank every merc for coming to my stream. I had lots of fun. And for those ideas that didn't make it in, Wasabi, I'm looking at you. It's okay. The next Wheel of Fate, just throw in your ideas again, alright? It just has to be a new idea, okay? So with that, go be a day, mercenaries. It is now 4:45. You guys should either get some rest or get ready for dinner. And I will have to get ready for dinner. I also have something very important tonight. So with that, thank you everybody. I hope you guys have fun. Alright, bye-bye.